Hello and welcome to Retro Vehicles and Machinery. My name's Richard and this is part 2, I suppose, of my Benford concrete mixer project. I'm getting it ready to go up to my building project, and there's a chance I shall be heading up there next week, and I thought, well, I wanted to get it painted. I've got some paint, Benford yellow, I got a litre of that, so I wanted to get it sprayed up. I thought, well, if I could make use of having my trip up north to go to where my building site is with it, then at least it gets it up there and ready for next year. So I wanted to spray it, but I couldn't because the weather has been so freezing cold and wet, and I'd have to spray it out in the yard there. It's not really been an option, so I rolled it with a little mini gloss roller. It's come up quite good. Picked up a couple of Benford decals off of eBay for £7 or something, so I've stuck them on it. So yeah, it's just come up, just getting it nice and clean and fresh. It's not the best paint job in the world, but it's come up alright. So these here are my tie downs, just like a universal bonnet clamp. I drew the old rivets out of what was on there because one was already missing and broken and the other one was all seized up. So what I'll have to do here is re-drill some of the holes. I might be able to utilise one of the holes in the cover and fix the clamp onto there, so at least the engine cover will be able to pull down and clip down. So yeah, we'll get a drill and some drill bits and rivets and we'll see what we can do. Cool, that's one side done. The catch on there and the clasp, so that's a rubber clasp, so that'll hold it down. The covers are all bent on this, so I don't know what's happened in the past. Someone's dropped the lid down or something, it's got caught, or bumped it with a digger or something, who knows. I've straightened them out as best I can, and I think it's more than enough for an old concrete mixer. There's a little lock nut that goes on the end now. I've just pinched the other side up so it's actually gone through the lock nut. Otherwise it's pointless having a lock nut because that will just vibrate off. There we go. Just have to pull it a little bit and then it holds on, so that, quite happy with that. Looks okay, hopefully it will work well. Not, oh yeah, that holds down quite nicely. I wanted to put a rubber strip of some sort just in between the two to stop a bit of vibrations, I might have a quick look, see if I've got anything. So what I've found is a bit of the old matting left over from when I did the dumper. That'll do well because it's got grooves in it. I'll be able to put pot rivet in and just have a little bit pot riveted on. That should make a nice little bumper pad for it anyway. Pot rivet a piece on here and the same on the other side, so it's got that as a buffering pad. That might be better. It looks like the engine cover hits there, but I think if it goes here then it'll just have a little bit more work anyway. Hopefully act as a buffer against the engine lid when it's down. Cut myself another piece. Do the same on the other side. Yeah, the paint I got for the mix is a bit more yellow than orange like it should be. It seems to be in my life. Looking for the correct colour paint, ordering it and then being the wrong shade. Really? Oh, that's better already. Bombing away when you close it. Sweet. Oh, I'm happy with that. It's really good. I've got my clasps on. My rubber sound deadening pads are all on the inside. Well, I think that's made quite a good job of that. And that casing isn't. Yeah, it's not going to come up. Sweet. Another job on the mixer done. So one more little job I wanted to do. So I've got a grommet that fits the hole in the tank. I need to put a hole in it for that to go through, and I'll probably replace that bit of old horrible looking pipe that comes off the spill. So I'll just pop a hole in there with the drill, get that fitted next. Right, so I popped a little hole through that grommet with the drill, and then that will hopefully just, yeah, he fits nice and snug in there. Have a look through my spill pipe collection and see if I can replace that, because that just looks janky. Have a bit of spill hose here. comes out through the cylinder head. So that little bit of spill pipe's done on the little bracket on the pipe there, so that's looking good. There's a bit of dust off. I say, before I painted the mixer, I did prep it with a like a Scotch pad thing in the grinder. Some of these things, bloody brilliant they are. Take off all the rust and crap and loose flaky paint that's on there. So it had a bit of a keyed up surface for the paint to stick to. I didn't prime it, I just bought some gloss enamel. As I say, it was Benford yellow apparently, but it's a lot more yellow looking than I think its original colour was. A bit more orange, but it doesn't matter. It's looking alright. So having painted up my concrete mixer this week and got that all ready to go up to my building project, I picked up this off a marketplace, funnily enough. It's a Fairpoint 10-ton block splitter and slab splitter. I've been cutting up 6-inch blocks with a 9-inch disc cutter, and not only does it make a horrible noise, it makes the most horrible dusty mess ever, so I have to wet everywhere down before I cut them and then carry on trying to keep the dust down. But it's just been a nuisance, and I just happened to watch a video on YouTube the other day, and it was somebody using one of these, and I thought, why haven't I got one of those? So I had a quick look on Marketplace, and one came up fairly local, so I went and had it off him. It's a Fairpoint, as I say, 10-tonner. Been sitting a little while. I've picked it up, I've checked it works. It didn't have a handle with it, but what I've done is, out of an old bit of bar and a smaller bit of pipe, I've welded up a handle, put a bit of tape on the end, so that now fits in the 10-ton bottle jack and works. So all that's nice and working and free. I did test it with a brick and it just chopped that like a hot knife through butter, so that's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't put your head through there, Cookie. So I've made the handle up, and I haven't got anywhere to keep the handle, so out of some of the same material, the slightly bigger stuff, I've just cut a length of it off, and I'm going to clean up and weld it onto the side here so the jack handle can sit in there so it can't get misplaced. I did order some new wheels, as these ones are all falling off, but the wheels I've got are wrong. There they are, just there. So I've ordered a couple of plastic bushings for these wheels. These wheels seem to be really difficult to find. It's a 10-inch wheel with a 1-inch bore. Had a look on the net and can't seem to find any. So I've ordered just the plastic centres for a couple of quid, because this one's missing it, as is that one. So they'll go again. So yeah, we'll get those fitted up. The thing weighs about 100 kilos, so it's very heavy. So it's got the handle on the top, so hopefully I'll be able to use a digger to lift it off the truck. But yeah, it might as well go up and we'll sort of repurpose it and get it going again. the yard, you two. Brilliant, the jack handle will come out of hole there. It's not going to affect any of the operation, which is good. Just wire brush that off and get some paint on it. Stick a bit of primer on that. Good. That mount made. So yeah, the rest of this looks in good order. One of the little spring bits is bent there, but it's not going to affect its operation. Just going to paint that with a bit of black. Just to stop it going rusty more than anything.